I know it's been a while since I've done my last triple P. And like I said, it's mainly due to, this bitch ass Sony Vegas Pro just doesn't want me to be great. So, like I told you, because of that, we're going to have to do this without the music. We're doing it a cappella. Well, you heard the intro, something y'all haven't heard in a very long time because I wasn't able to do so because my janky software before wasn't working correctly. But now we are back at it. I got a whole new software, a whole new little setup. So the triple Ps that y'all love so much and the ones that I love delivering to you are back with the sound and all the extracurriculars. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and commence. But this is a very interesting one right here that was sent to me in the Discord server. And shout out to all of my people in the Discord. And if you have not joined the Discord, the link to join the Discord is down in the description. But today we will be talking about this guy named Mark Ponder. And as you can see right here, he literally looks like he could be related to JJ from Good Times. Like, he looks like he's his brother. But as you can see right here, he has on a Trump 2020 hat. And he has the whole, his whole face is a caricature. But he was one of the participants at the January 6th event, or as I call it, the invasion, last January. And he has been sentenced to 5 years in prison, in which he has tied with another individual for the lengthiest sentence for people involved at this invasion. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and start reading the article, but when you find out who he's tied with, that makes this story even more hilarious. A Donald Trump supporter who assaulted police officers at the Capitol on January 6, 2021 because he believed the former president's lies about the 2020 presidential election was sentenced to more than 5 years in prison Tuesday. Mark Ponder, one of just 4 Washington residents arrested for their actions on January 6, was given 63 months in federal prison by U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan. His sentence is tied for the longest imposed to date for January 6 with that of Robert Scott Palmer, who attacked law enforcement officers with a fire extinguisher. Now, here's where it becomes funny, because I believe, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, that this Robert Scott Palmer who attacked that person with that fire extinguisher, who attacked that cop, I believe he killed that cop. I think he killed him. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. But if that is true, how interesting is it that this guy got the same amount of time as a person that actually allegedly eliminated somebody, a cop no less, with a fire extinguisher, and this guy did not even eliminate anyone himself, but he got the same amount of time. And notice that a lot of the black people that were there, they're getting lengthier times than their white counterparts. But they so dumb in the head, they can't really catch or grasp that this is still a very us versus them America. You went out there in the midst of mayo mayhem. You just had to be the little piece of the raisin in the potato salad. and this is what it got you. I don't feel nothing for this dude. Let me carry on with this article. Ponder's sentencing hearing featured testimony from Capitol Police Sergeant Aquilino Gunnell, who told the judge that January 6th had changed his life forever. The government's sentencing memo spells out how Ponder charged Gunnell, waved the pole aggressively, and then attacked Gunnell. Ponder struck the riot shield with such force that the pole snapped and broke apart as it made contact with the shield, and the top portion of the pole flew off to the side, the sentencing memo said. Ponder then retreated back into the crowd. The screenshot that's on the page that y'all can't see below captures the assault. Gunnell, a military veteran and immigrant, told reporters last month that he will never be back in uniform because of the injuries he sustained on January 6. Gunnell's more severe injuries were inflicted later in the day after he was assaulted by Ponder. In an interview after Ponder's sentencing, Gunnell said it was more important for him to show up to give a statement in Ponder's case. "I'm not a vindictive person. I forgive him, but I won't forgive about what he did," Gunnell said. "What his actions did was change the trajectory of my life. Instead of getting ready for a promotion and continuing my police work, my profession, I need to look beyond what I'm going to do after police work," Gunnell said. "I'm at peace with myself and hope he gets all the help that he needs and comes back a better person." Ponder later assaulted a Washington police officer identified by the initials JC and joined members of the mob inside of the tunnel as they tried to get into the Capitol. The government sought 60 months or 5 years in the case. Chut Khan went slightly above that and said she pondered, how ironically that they threw that in there, his last name is Ponder, giving Ponder even more time because of the violence he committed on video. She said it was the people inside the building who were doing their jobs on January 6th who were patriots, not people like Ponder who believed lies about the election and committed violence because of it. He didn't get what he wanted, Chut Khan said. And because he didn't, he felt entitled to attack law enforcement officers who were simply doing their job. After his arrest by the FBI, Ponder made it clear that he believed in conspiracy theories about the election, echoing Trump's talking points about the Supreme Court and former Attorney General William Barr, who said Trump's mass voter fraud claims were bullshit. Now, pay attention to this. He said he believed in the conspiracy theories. This man, you can tell, does not have a brain of his own. He just went with the flow. He kind of reminds me of, I don't know if y'all watched The Boys or not, but in the most recent season of season 3, you had Marvin, or Mother's Milk, for those of you who watched the show. His ex-wife, who is the mother of his daughter, is married. I think she's married to this white guy, this dorky looking white guy, whose name is Todd. And he is a huge Homelander fan. And you know, Homelander is basically like Superman mixed with Trump. And if you look at the show, it plays out just like how this political spectrum has been for the last few years, especially in the 45 era. He literally wholeheartedly believes in everything that Homelander says. Everything that comes out of his mouth is Homelander this, Homelander that. He's literally obsessed with the Homelander character. Like, I'm not even going to say what I was going to say, but just take my word for it. If you watch the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that scene when Mother's Milk, or Marvin, knocked his ass out for what he said, oh, that sent chills through my body. I wanted him to hit him again, but he already put him to sleep. So, I mean, the damage was already done. But he reminds me of that when he said he believed in the conspiracy theories. He's just a black version of that character. But let me go ahead and continue. "Cause the election, I know I shouldn't say it, but I really feel as though it was stolen." He feels, much like many of them out there said that they felt it was stolen. He said, "That's something you can't take, right? The thing about it is our Supreme Court, we have a Supreme Court here that is supposed to stand for stuff like this and say, okay, why hasn't the Supreme Court stepped in? Why didn't Barr step in at the very least, at the minimum, to say, let's have an investigation? The FBI has arrested about 850 people in connection with the January 6th attack, and hundreds more cases are in the works." He found out he was black that day. He thought he was in. But my thing is this. The black people that went out there, y'all had to have known that you stuck out like a sore thumb. It was a sea of salt, and you were the little specks of pepper in that sea of salt. When they got a hold of you, that was it. Because like I said, every black person that was there that I heard got some kind of a sentencing involving this got a lengthy sentence, sometimes more than what their white counterparts did. This guy literally got the same amount of time as an individual who most likely, like I said, if he did not eliminate this cop, he did some severe damage to him with a fire extinguisher. And I'm willing to bet that if he did the same amount of damage to this other cop that white guy did to that one cop with the fire extinguisher, he would have got more time. See, he thought he was in. The only place he about to be in is a federal prison. And I don't feel a damn thing for his stupid ass. None of them. Like I said, especially if you was black and you was down there and you was engaged in all of this and you got caught, hey, that's on you. Now I wonder, is 45 gonna come to his rescue? Maybe if he was a famous rapper, possibly. I mean, look at what he did for, what's his name? ASAP Rocky and Kanye West and all of them, but they got money. They're in a certain tax bracket. This guy looks like he barely got 2 pieces of lint to rub together to form into a fur ball.